Instead of showing the turning process, today I wanted to focus on the touch-up process of this candle. Now, first off, the wood I'm working with, right? I used part of the same piece of wood to make this candle, and it went very well. But somehow this candle ended up with a lot more tears and cracks. Luckily, I always take a little bit of the sawdust apart that I produce with this turning process. Typically, I will make a mixture of glue and the sawdust, and I will smear this mixture into the crack. After the sawdust dries in place, I will apply dye that matches the rest of the candle. So the metal center points of the lathe that keep the wood in place leave two holes in the candlestick. Now I want to get rid of one of those by turning it into a hole for the candle. So the reason for my audible frustration here was the little hole I created with the sharp end of the drill bit. I mean, obviously, I know. What you see me doing here is finding a matching piece of wood to fill the hole. The one thing preventing me from being a better woodworker is me being Dutch. What? Well, stereotypes dictate that Dutch people are rude, tall people who drive on their bikes to work in wooden clogs, but most of all, that they're greedy. Now, some advice that I want to give you that I should follow way more myself is to use top tier equipment. Buying tools instead of half-ass reproducing them saves you a lot of pain. Even though it does work sometimes. But I still decided to get some Dremel tools to finish the rest of the candle. Now right after using the Dremel tools quite effectively, I went back to my old ways. You know, all that was left was making the bottom. Now because I used a crosscut saw that didn't exactly cut to 45 degrees, I had to use the saw on 4 different angles to make the bottom level. So yes, I could have just used a crosscut saw that just does its job, so I wouldn't waste 4 hours. But now at least I get to copycat the Blacktail Studio CAM method of stabilizing a piece of furniture. Blacktail Studio is a woodworking YouTuber that I, among a lot of other people, follow. What I'm trying to describe here is a method he used in one of his videos where he wanted to make the bottom of a stool level. So I copied this to get rid of the burn marks and uneven bottom. So what you see me using here is a clear coating, normally used on parquet floors. I like the natural color of the wood, so I want to preserve it as much as possible. Now, to apply the second layer of coating, I had to sand the piece first. And there you go. This is the final result. I'm still annoyed about the hole I had to fill and this little spot which I will just dye again. But other than that, I like it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.